Well, as a horticulturist at Kirstenbosch, it's all about the plants and all about indigenous plants. So plants just belonging to South Africa. And generally, horticulturists at Kirstenbosch spend all their time growing plants, propagating them by doing seed or cuttings, planting them, feeding them, pruning them, getting them looking gorgeous, and then putting them in the garden for displays. So basically, we would take a piece of a plant, a stem with leaves, and get it to root, or we would sow seed until it germinated and then plant it up into bags and get it to grow a bit bigger. And then once it was looking strong and healthy and had a good root system, we would then plant it into the garden and label it so people know what it is. And a lot of our job as well is about information, giving people information about plants, interpreting or answering their questions or promoting certain indigenous plants. I started out as a volunteer here, just to get to know Kirstenbosch a bit better and how it worked. And then I studied at Cape Tech, and it's now Cape Peninsula University of Technology. And then I came back here as a student to do a 2-year in-service training, which is, I think, where I really fell in love with Kirstenbosch and settled on the fact that indigenous plants were really what I wanted to do. And then I went away and did another job for a little while and then came back as nursery manager, as you can see, growing all these plants in the nursery. Adverse working conditions, whether it is hot and sunny as like it is today or cold and rainy, you need to do whatever needs to be done with the plants. Sometimes it can be a bit monotonous because you could have 1,000 of something and you just have to pot and pot and pot. And it's the same thing all the time, which is boring to some, but they're a living entity, so they're not an exact science. You can never really get it right. So this year they were too small, the next year they were too big, or this year they got a disease, and you're always fighting their challenges or trying to meet the challenges that plants present you. Well, working with indigenous plants in the Western Cape is a lifetime's commitment because we have a whole floral kingdom here. So something that I would want to be is an expert in the plants, or a plant group that I've selected, and that can take years. So learning the plants is a never-ending process. And then either, because I'm based in the nursery right now, growing the plants on a production basis, I could possibly move into the garden where I'd be more planting and displaying, or I could move up to a higher management position. It really depends what opportunities offer themselves. I would say garden from as early as possible, grow vegetables, grow plants, grow avo pips, grow carrot tops, and see if you like it. Keep your passion about plants, and the University of Technologies have really, really good courses. I would recommend those courses, and also you can study through correspondence as well if you like. So just, if you like the outdoors and you like living things, it's a good thing to try.